Hey guys, it's Cowboy here, and we have a super cool machine. What is the Pixel, you ask? Well, it's a machine that Lab has designed. He came up with the idea, but I made my own and kind of turned it into my own thing as well. I have a couple other these on the channel. I think I'm 100 subscriber special. I have one that I built, but it's a lot bigger and it's a lot slower. This one's way better. So these boxes right here are for your index items. That's what's in the system. And it's up to you to keep this up to management and be able to put what's in the system and keep track of it. There's no safety features to this thing, and you're going to have to just kind of be mindful of what you do. If you break the machine, it's really easy to reset and fix, so there's no harm. This box right here is where you're going to input the item, and I put this lever here so when you place an item in here, like here, you want to find some mending books. And yes, this works with non-stackable items. You put it in there, and then you can flick this, and it'll start to search. You don't have to have it there, but it's just a nice safety feature in case you click on a bunch of stuff or you click a whole stack of items in there. You only want one item in there at a time. And we'll get rid of that. This right here is where you put the item that you're trying to input into the system. And if you notice, I didn't get anything because the mending book wasn't in there. I did a test search earlier. So anyway, you only want to put shulker boxes with items in here. You don't want to put just the items themselves in there because that would mess up the whole machine. So as I said before, this thing works with non-stackable items. And how we get around with that is, say we want to look for our mending book. We check that out and we let it search. There's only a few items in there, so we won't have to wait a whole lot of time. But if this thing was full, I bet it would take about a minute and a half to go through everything. Okay, so see, we get this shulker box, and it's got a item that stacks to 64 that's custom named to mending, so we can search for that item. Now we have two. Wish it was that easy in survival. Also, a thing to note is if you have like a bunch of something in your system, like cobblestone, and we go to search for that, I want to turn that on, and we're going to get every single one of these boxes that is in the system. So if you got 100 of them, you're going to get 100 of them. But as you get them and you only need 10 or 5 or 1 or whatever it might be, you can just throw the item back in there and you'll... If you're on the BedRock edition of Minecraft, I'm just going to let you know, don't waste your time building this because this thing will not work. If you want a block list of everything that's in here, so you can gather the items up and get ready to build it, that is down in the description. If you need help, just hit me up on Discord or leave a comment down below. The dimensions for this machine are from here back are 5 by 4 by 18. And if you want to count this right here, it's 8. I'm going to try to do this in a layer by layer, starting from the bottom and going our way to the top. And it shouldn't take very long. It should only take about 20 to 30 minutes to... if I go too fast, just pause the video and rewatch it if you need to. But I think we should just get on into it. Before I forget, there's also an NBT file for a structure block for every single layer for this build. That's in the world file. Alright, for this build, we're just going to do a overview, and I will tell you if there's anything funny, but this is the pattern layout that we're going to do. This block here is where you're going to be standing. So from right here, this is our anchor point. We're going to go 7 blocks down, and we're going to place this soul sand right here, okay? So I'm going to look over here, and if you need to pause it, and if you need to pause it, there you go. Pretty simple. These slabs can be any type. I've got quartz just because it looks fancy. And then we're going to have redstone dust here. Alright, we got redstone dust, a repeater on 2 ticks into a regular piston. This is a dropper facing into this air block right here. There's water below that. Solid block, sticky piston facing up, 2 blocks here, 1 block here. observer facing power down, and then glass around it. Don't forget your sign right here. That is just like so. So you have a side view. I think this is fairly easy to build. Okay, this is the dispenser and it's facing down. This hopper is facing into the dropper below it. And then you're just going to extend the observer. And this observer is going down. Let's go over here and look at that. The observer is going down into here. We've got another block right here, and we have the redstone dust on top of it. We've got a comparator reading this dispenser. And then we got this torch. Fairly simple, fairly simple. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this might not be as forward as the other layers, but we're going to go by it a little bit by little bit. We got, we're going to bring our glass up with a water block. And then we're going to point our hoppers down. This one's going into this dispenser. Make sure this is a dispenser, and make sure this is a dropper. All right. And then we're going to have this observer facing outwards like that, facing inside here. And then this observer is facing into like this, it's facing into you place it on there. And then it's going to be coming out this way. Yep. And then we want to make sure that we put an item in here, but you don't have to do that now. We can come back to the end of this tutorial and do that. There's a few items that we're going to have to put inside this machine for it to work. Don't forget your comparator right here. And I think that's it. I think we can move on to the next one. I'm going to do a little overview again. All right, let's look at this one. Pretty easy layer, I think. All right, these repeaters are all on default single one tick. And make sure this is a sticky piston. Pretty easy. Don't forget these torches on the sides right here. And this has got to be a slab. If it's not a slab, the whole machine's broke. I know it's crazy, but it's true. All right, now we're on level 7. Level 7. Okay, so we got a lot of hoppers, and then we need to place them in the right direction. So this hopper is facing into this dropper, and I have this nice glass platform. This is where we're standing, and let's place this waterlogged iron trapdoor. You can put a regular trapdoor. I like the iron one because you can't click on it, and the items get stuck underneath it, and then when you walk over it, you can pick them up. So pretty nice. These hoppers, this hopper is facing into this comparator, just like so. So that's that slab we talked about a minute ago. And then we got this comparator into this, and this hopper is facing into the comparator. And then we place them in there like this. This is a sticky piston, and it's facing downwards. Okay. And then this is like so. So we're facing downwards like that. And then we're facing in. Or facing this one, so it's reading it, and then that's getting a signal from there. Make sure that's like that. It might get moved around, but we'll make sure this is in the right position before we get started, because it's kind of key for everything too. All right, yeah, make sure this is a dropper, and this is a comparator, just like so. And below this, remember, is at that sticky piston. This has got to be a solid block because it's cutting the power off between these two from touching. Although this power can't go down, but this power can go up. So, I'm not sure if I said this or not, but this dropper goes into there. And let me switch this to water. There we go. And I think that's it. Let me go up so you can see this one more time from an overview. Money shot. Okay, so we're going to face this observer facing upwards like this. And then we're going to run it all the way over to this piston right here. So it's facing up, and then we're just going to do this right here all the way across, just like that. These are sticky pistons, as you can see. And then right above this comparator right here, we're just going to make sure that's on there. Glass block. These are regular chests. Do not use trap chest here. If you do, it'll power this piston, and it'll mess up the whole machine, and you'll be sending me bad messages. Please don't do that. Oh, because I got to replace this. Okay, so there's a thing there. Yep. Okay. Same with this one. Do not use a trap chest, regular chest, both here, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go up. This build it starts off real easy on the layers, and it gets real complicated, and then it gets really, really easy and really repetitive in a second. So just stick with me. We're almost done, man. Okay, so here is a dispenser facing downwards, okay? It's facing down, and the best way to place this, I think, is to do this. So you're going to have this like this after you do the rest of these. I would go right here and fall down into this hopper maybe. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then squat down. You can do it. Nope, you can do it. Okay, we're going to break that block. And we're going to face it down like that. And then we're just going to do that right there. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Okay. And then we're going to place that up there like that. Place that in there. This is a dropper. This dropper line goes all the way to the top except for the last block. So if you want to go all the way up with that, that's fine. It's going to be every one except for the last layer. Okay, here you're going to have an observer facing down. And yes, there's no block here. These observers, every one of them are going to be facing this way, all the way up, and then you're going to have droppers all the way up. So just keep that in mind. Important note, this needs to be on 3 ticks. This needs to be a lantern, and this is going to be facing down as well. So you might want to come over here and place it down. That's not the easiest way to do it, but I apologize. And you got your chest right here. Okay, I'm going to do an overview again. Okay, we got a hopper facing into this dispenser. We got an observer facing this hopper. And this observer is facing this observer into a block. This observer is facing this light, this lantern. And this observer is facing this observer. Redstone dot on that. This needs to be right here, just like that. And just keep, like I said, every one of these is next layer. This is going to be here. Whoop. Next layer, next layer, next layer, next layer, next layer, next layer. All the way up to right here to the last, to the level 17 with it. It's going to be like a so. All the way up. Whoop, whoop. Right like this. Yep. And then all the way up like this. Pretty easy. We got a repeater right here. Don't forget that. We should have had that last layer, I believe. Let's see, what else do we got here? This observer is facing into this observer, so whenever this piston underneath goes up, it creates a clock. Okay. All right, let's let me remove this. Let's do an overview. All right, layer 11. We're going to come back and place a block here, but we're not going to do it just yet, so everything's a little bit easier. Okay, we got a redstone block here. We've got this hopper going into this hopper right here. Yep, you see that? Facing into that one. This repeater's on default 1 tick, and piston facing into this redstone block. Looks like that's it. This layer is really easy. Basically, all that's new is this block, and these, and this one. Of course, these two, but, you know, we did those earlier. All right. This one's really easy, too. We're just going to bring these up again. And then this hopper is facing into this chest, and this hopper is facing into this chest. We have a observer facing this redstone block, and that's it. Really easy layer. Okay, we're going to repeat this basically in a minute, except for this block right there. We're going to do a different layer, and then this layer we're going to come up again. So, okay, on top of that observer, we have a regular block. These chests are over like so, and then this hopper is facing into this chest, and this hopper is facing into this chest. Then we move these the dropper up, and remember, these are facing into this observer line. Overhead view, pretty easy. Remember, these are the new blocks right here. Okay, like before, these chest goes here, this chest goes here. This hopper faces into this chest, and this hopper faces into this chest. This is a powered rail. It has to be a power rail or an activator rail, one of the two. And then we bring this line up again. Let's go down and look. Looks something like this. Look from the back. All right. And then we're going to, we're just going to keep on going. Those just turn into water. I've already said that. Okay, I'm going to place this down. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going to have to do it again in a second. All right, let's move on to the next layer. Like I said, we're repeating the same layers again. So against this line, we have a chest, and then this hopper is facing into this one, and this hopper is facing into this chest, just like before. We notice, yep. And then we're going to have an observer facing this powered rail, just like so. And that's it for this layer. There's only 3 more layers, guys. 3 more. All right, and then we're just going to do our chest again. This hopper is facing into this chest. This hopper is facing into this chest. Dropper again. Yep, same thing. Block on top of this observer. All right, overview. Pause if you need it. 2 more layers, guys. 2 more layers. Almost there, and then we just got to do a little. All right, just like the layer before, or previously before the other one, whatever. We're going to do this chest just like this. And then this one's going to be facing into this chest. And this hopper is going to be facing into this chest. This is a sticky block. And this is a redstone block, as you can see. And you want to make sure that if this block, redstone block, is underneath this side, This one needs to be up against this piston. All right, now for the last layer. This is the hardest layer of them all. We're going to place a hopper there, hopper there, face into that one, and face into that one, and you're done. Wow. We are awesome. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to get rid of this line right here. All right, let's do a few things to this thing. Okay, so you can either break this block and then pull the block out, or you can come down here and look underneath here at this hopper. Not this one, but the one beside the piston. And we need to place some items in here, okay? This is your filter. So I would just get whatever, some cobblestone, whatever. I just got glass. We need 21 of them. We're going to place them in an anvil, and we're going to label it something. I like to just label it filter. And then we're going to go over here to this, back to this hopper right here, right in front of this piston. And we're going to place the 3 right there. And then we're going to place the filter item right there. And then we can place our glass back. We're done in that, okay? We need to make sure that there's no items in this dispenser, no items in this dropper, okay? We need to make sure in this hoppers down here that we have, back here where these 2 redstone torches are, we need to place an item in it. So I like to just put an iron block in there, or just a piece of cobble, it doesn't matter, whatever you want. And then right here against this piston here with this redstone block, we need to put a block there, cobblestone block, whatever, doesn't matter, just needs to be a block. We also need to make sure that this redstone dust, or redstone block, is all the way up against this piston, and this one is up against this line. If this one is over here, notice it's going to go over there. So if this one's right here, we need to place it. See how that swapped? We need to place this one first, and then move this one. Okay, you can also place a box right there and a box right here for more storage. And I'd usually just add more storage like this if I need more on the outside. Not that. Still getting used to the new chest placement. All right. I think that's it for everything. If something happens, I would always check the filter down here and make sure that you have your 18 items in here, and well, 21 items, but you know. And let's do a test real quick. Let's do a test. So let's look for some glass. So we're gonna, and I'm gonna do this. You don't have to do this, but I've kind of grown to accustomed to like this system right here where you place your levers right down and turn them on. So whenever you place your block in there, it doesn't completely go until you turn it on. All right, let's see if everything works right. We should get, I think there's just one shulker box of glass in the system. And we got our glass back and our shulker box. Sweet, we can throw the glass back in there and our other glass item in there. I hope y'all was able to follow along. Hopefully that wasn't the worst tutorial ever known to man. If you do build this in your world, please let me know down in the comments or hit me up on Discord. I also have a community server that you're welcome to join. Just let me know, and I'll hit you in the whitelist. And there's only a few more free slots available, so hurry up and get on that. And I also have a BedRock server that is pretty much a free-for-all. All that information can be found in the description for the IP address for the BedRock server, and if you want to play on the community server, you're gonna have to join the Discord and PM me and let me know you're wanting to join and all that jazz. Yeah, I really appreciate the 300 subs, and I really appreciate you watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. Hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. But remember, guys, Jesus loves you, I love you, and we'll see you next time here in, I guess, the next special. See ya.